Brad Holmes on Za'Darius Smith said they just couldn't afford him based on their current situation with what's coming down the road. They are staying in touch with his agent. Felt like he played good snaps for them last year. Dan also says it's coming up on Fox 2 News at 5 and 6. So there you go. Shameless plug there.
Yeah.
So there is still dialogue with the Lions and Za'Darius Smith. That's telling. And I guess we can take 5 minutes.
Oh, of course.
That's telling to me, Sean, because for the go get player X, like my Madden game crowd out there that I've kind of rallied against, that tells you not even about the Za'Darius Smith thing. That's eye-opening to me because that tells you what the plan is.
Yeah.
You know all these Pro Bowlers that we have? I like them. You like them. We're going to make sure that they still play football for the Lions because they're really good. Mm-hmm. And this is how the game works, Sean. So even in and above the Za'Darius Smith stuff, that's kind of eye-opening because that's the game plan.
Well, and I think to personalize it, it's something we talked about day one. Like, didn't we all sit in this room and go, I hope that's the type of dude that's back. I hope that he sits back after, go survey the situation, look at everything across the board. I'm never going to begrudge a dude for doing what's best for him. But with that being said, this might be best for him, Neil. This might be best for him because it's where the worlds collide. We're going to find a way to create some space for you, and you're going to have a really good chance to go get yourself a ring in a place that is now familiar with you. I hope.
Right.
There's no guarantee. I hope that he's back. I think that he could be one of those interchangeable pieces. But, man, you hit the nail on top of the head. Honest to goodness, it's almost like people forget the job that Brad Holmes has done. The job that Brad Holmes has done that made us all go, dude, this is as legitimate a team as we've ever seen, and a job that we never got to see finished because of the unbelievable amount of injuries. So now we've got a situation, if we're being honest, yes, I like our guys.
Yeah.
These are the guys that made a 15-2 team. These are the guys, oh, by the way, that weren't even part of that 15-2 team because a lot of them were injured. So, Neil, in that regard, 100%, man. I get it. We're all impatient. We all want to mix in that championship. In the back of our mind, whether we want to admit it or not, and everyone in this room is guilty, and if they lie to me right now, I'm going to look in their face and call them a liar. In the back of their mind, because we have been trained this way, we are all sitting there going, oh, no, is this the best it gets? In the back of our minds, every one of us. Why? Because we're Lion fans. That's how we were brought up, okay? But the logic of the situation makes you look at this roster, makes you look at who's in charge of this roster and say, nah, this window's open, man. Yeah. This window's open. And so that's where we're at right now. It's a unique position where I'm not going to blame one person if you think, oh, man, that was it. Because in the back of our minds, Neil, I know you're the same way, okay? You know better. Your logic is stronger. But that little inner child is sitting there going, oh, no, is this like fill in the blank year? That's reality. That's what we were born with, Neil.
Woodward Sports chat thread, DNC ENT. You literally could afford him. They don't want to pony up the $11 million cash, right?
Plus another $5 million the year after.
$16 million for him to play next year.
And this pretty much confirms why they cut him. The keyword down the road. So the Lions, they like to hold on to their cap space for a reason. Some of it rolls over. A good portion of it will roll over. They are looking forward to signing everybody that we love. Kirby Joseph, Gibbs, like J-Mo might get an early extension. There are guys down the road that they have to worry about, and this is why they took that precautionary measure. Plus, they're still in touch with him, so it's not out the realm of possibility that he could come back.
Z Digital in the chat. Down the road sounds like Kirby and Hutch extensions, among others.
Yeah,
like I would imagine among others.
Kirby and Hutch and Gibbs and Branch and Laporta and J-Mo, like it's. There's a lot.
And now you got 16 more million to go do that with.
Wait, are you suggesting drafting really good players and then keeping your own? You aren't suggesting that, are you?
No.
That's a nuts theory. You're supposed to go out and sign everybody.
No, you got to go trade for Myles Garrett.
Yes, and make trades that, oh, by the way, that were never on the table.
You need to trade for Max Crosby then.
Yes. Never. Wasn't happening.
Wait a minute.
I was told, Neil Rule, see? Proper attribution. I was told
I like the tone on that
you that you build through the draft. That's what I was told, right? That's how you build teams. You build through the draft. Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Competent franchises do.
Yeah, and like I said when they cut Za'Darius, I wasn't too like some people were crashing out when they cut Za'Darius Smith. I was, I liked Za'Darius Smith. I liked what he did for you last year. He had 9 sacks. He's a good player, but where he is now is he's gonna, if he wants to win a ring, he's gonna have to be a ring chaser. He's gonna have to accept that 1 year, maybe not a veteran minimum contract, but definitely not $11 million a season. So. That's what it is. And people that are saying, oh, Brad Holmes was asleep at the wheel. Brad Holmes sleeping during free agency. He signed over 20 guys. Like he signed over 20 free agents because they had to. Because
you need to field the team.
You got to field the team. So that's where a lot of that money went to. And you still have a chance to bring Za'Darius Smith back. It's up to him.
And if he
wants to win a Super Bowl, he's going to take a contract like that with a contender. If he's not, he's going to go get a bag somewhere.
If you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at the Cleveland Browns for structuring all those void years on his contract to the point where they had to cut him. Because I assume the initial plan was they did want to keep him. He was under contract for 2 years, but that was an impediment. And now you have $16 more million to go try to re-sign your guy.
No, I mean, that is exactly it. Woodward Sports chat thread. Jump into there, get your thoughts out there. Where was it? I had a good one here, and now I lost it. So my apologies on that. Cody Engel, only Ermanni thinks that the window is closed. LOL. Don't worry, he'll pop back up. As the season gets closer, but and there'll be a clip of him saying, "I think this team will win the Super Bowl." I'm going to say it. He's going to do it. I'm going to say it. This Lions team can win the Super Bowl. I truly believe that.
Neil, I hate you.
What?
Because you got the cadence down. I'm just going to say it will start with that. Plus
I've
bold
known
prediction.
young Ryan for many, many years, okay? Young Ryan would probably be the first person to tell you that young Ryan loves to speak emotionally. He does. He's an emotional fella, and I think that's why so many people can relate to Ryan. A lot of times you speak with your heart and not your head. Is that the best way to say it?
Yeah.
Really. And that's so many people do that. I get it. I had to, Neil. The one thing that I had to do is you have to be able to look at things not as the way you want to see them, but as the way that they are. And that's why so many times people have said, "Why are you a hater?" and stuff like that. And I've heard that more times than you can shake a stick at. You can't speak from emotion, man. You can't. And hey, listen, you guys. If we're being honest, we all did that a little bit last year, right?
Of course.
There's not one person in this room. I don't give a shit what any of you say. By the time November rolled around, late November, you knew how the Lions season was going to end. You knew how the Lions season was going to end. Nobody wanted to admit it.
I said it and I got chastised.
I got killed for it.
I said I don't think the Lions will win the Super Bowl because after Ali McNeil and them went down, I was like, I don't think the Lions are going to win the Super Bowl.
You can't. Same thing. We had a clip and I got bombed for 2 days.
Me
it was
too.
like, guys, you can't have that many injuries.
Show me the loss. Tell me where it happens.
It defies description. It really does. It defies description. And then when we really knew and people still didn't want to admit it was the Buffalo game.
Yeah.
The Buffalo game was like, to the people out there that didn't want to admit it, the Buffalo game basically told everybody, eventually this is going to happen. Now, did I think it was going to happen where it happened? No, I didn't. I thought we'd beat Washington.
Well,
I
no,
did.
but here she saw, and this is going to, I guess, a good segue to what's coming up next. What happened to them is what happened to Michigan and Michigan State this weekend.
Sure.
When you get down to it, you're not playing UC San Diego. You're not playing the Vikings. You see what I'm saying here? Like, you're not playing Bryant.
I disagree with that because
when you get down to it at the end.
When you get down to it, you are a better team than the Commanders. You were just injured and you turned it over 5 times. So it's not like they lost to the Eagles.
No, well, I mean, because they didn't get there.
Yeah, they were the number 1 seed. They're a better team than the Commanders. They should have won that game, but the injuries and then the turnovers.
But that's it. And that's what I'm getting at is like literally we knew in November, we really knew in December. Most of us didn't want to admit it.
The injuries
and the injuries were the number 1
The
reason.
injuries were the Lions 3 for 17 from 3.
Yeah.
Like you knew it. We knew it. Like it was on the resume.
Mm-hmm.
We chose to ignore it.
And before we go to break, that is what I've said. I said it multiple times now. It's like The reason the Eagles won the Super Bowl wasn't because of Saquon Barkley. It wasn't because of Jalen Hurts. It wasn't because of Nick Sirianni becoming a super coach. It's because they had 21 of 22 day one starters play in the Super Bowl.
Because all those names you listed played.
That's what happened. It's a war of attrition.